What happens when an entire country comes to a standstill? Roads blocked, protests turning deadly, and the military appearing in city squares. Bolivia is now facing one of its biggest political crises in years, and the situation is becoming more serious by the hour. Bolivian President Eduardo del Paz has officially declared a state of emergency, saying the extraordinary measure is necessary to free the country's roads and restore normal life. According to the president, millions of Bolivians have become hostages to nationwide blockades that are preventing people from working, studying, receiving medical treatment, and even getting basic supplies. But how did Bolivia reach this point? The unrest actually began at the end of April, when President Paz proposed a controversial land reform. Critics argued that the plan would make it easier for wealthy landowners to buy up small farms, threatening the livelihoods of ordinary farmers and indigenous communities. The backlash was immediate, and protests quickly spread across the country. Although the government later abandoned the land reform proposal, the anger didn't disappear. Instead, the demonstrations grew into something much bigger. Miners, farmers, and indigenous groups joined forces, raising a long list of grievances against the government. Protesters are demanding that fuel subsidies be restored after austerity measures led to rising costs of living. Many are also calling for President Paz to step down entirely. The protests have already taken a heavy toll. Several people have reportedly died during the unrest, and hundreds have been arrested. Major roads remain blocked, disrupting transportation and affecting daily life across Bolivia. The president, however, sees the crisis differently. He claims the unrest is not simply about economic frustrations or policy disagreements. Instead, he says there is an organized effort underway to destabilize the country and undermine his government. In an attempt to calm the situation, President Paz announced that a deal had been reached with Bolivia's main labor union, the Bolivian Workers' Confederation. The agreement raised hopes that tensions might finally ease. But not everyone is ready to back down. Several indigenous groups have already said they will continue protesting, and many roadblocks remain in place despite the government's latest efforts. Journalists on the ground have reported seeing police and military personnel deployed in major public squares, a sign of just how seriously the authorities are taking the crisis. Adding even more tension to the situation is growing opposition to proposed constitutional changes, which have sparked additional fears about the future direction of the country. Now, Bolivia stands at a crossroads. Will the state of emergency restore order and end the protests? Or could it inflame tensions even further and push the country into a deeper political crisis? One thing is certain, the coming days will be critical, especially as Congress now has just 72 hours to approve or reject the president's emergency declaration. What do you think about the situation in Bolivia? Are the protesters justified in their demands, or is the government right to declare a state of emergency? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update and want more breaking news and global affairs coverage, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.